News 2 is on tour in Davidson County, and this morning we're heading to the Nashville neighborhood of the Nations.
And that is where there is a one-of-a-kind recording studio keeping the spirit of Music City alive. Megan Fee continues our week-long special coverage with a trip back to the 70s.
Welcome to 1979. 7,000 square feet of fun in the heart of the Nations.
The biggest compliment that I get about the studio, and it happened the other day on a photo shoot, was, what is this place? And it's a recording studio.
Chris Mara and his wife opened these doors 17 years ago. After a decade as a freelance recording engineer for rock bands and Americana acts, he realized Nashville needed something new.
Music Row is great, but the studios are mainly pretty slick, geared towards mainstream country acts. So I thought, why not make a big space that's really comfortable and bands feel at home there.
So with their one-year-old son and a baby on the way, the couple got to work, renting out a massive former record pressing plant.
I went to the bank and got a loan based on my truck that I had, like a title loan, to buy this console, and that fixed it up.
Working on a budget to nail that vintage vibe.
I literally went to every yard sale and bought the ugliest couch because it was the cheapest, but then they were the coolest.
And it's not just the lamps that make this place unique. As an independently owned studio, Welcome to 1979 works to keep rates low. And when artists book a session, they can record in any room.
We don't have a Studio A, a Studio B, and a Studio C. The place is yours.
With their variety of gear, artists can record on a computer or do it old school.
The superpower was we can record on analog tape.
And even use their in-house vinyl mastering suite.
So we can patch this console directly into that and record a band directly to a vinyl master, which can only happen a couple places in the world.
With over 100 places to plug in microphones and every room having its own sound, the studio was built to make the creative process more comfortable.
By noon, a lot of times, bands get here at 10, and they'll be walking around barefoot later in the day. And you only really take your shoes off in places you're really comfortable. You can go from upstairs in the control room down here, and it gets used every day. It's so much fun.
I love it. And when it's not rented out, it brings artists in for community events. Chris's wife Yoli heads tape camps and an annual recording summit.
We get people from all over the country, sometimes all over the world, and all ages. We have people in their 60s, and we have high school students sometimes who are all here together.
All in the true character of Music City.
The idea for me is to make it feel like you're not in the studio at every step.
This was such a joy, you guys, to put together.
So cool.
One of my favorite assignments ever, and such a warm welcome to Nashville. I mean, Chris and Yoli are what Nashville is all about. And I do want to point out that you can actually sign up for a tour. They do tours for groups, so if you have some family coming to town or maybe a corporate event, this is fantastic. We spent about 3 hours just checking out every single room. It was so cool.
I love
in the
that.
Nations.
And I think one of the things I hear most from native Nashvillians is holding on to the city's history amid all the growth and development. So I love to see that they're recognized.
It's a time capsule.
Musicians must love to record. It's such a comfortable space.
Yes,
too,
it looks cozy.
Yeah, I love how you said that artists take their shoes off and they'll just walk around. They feel right at home. They got a little kitchenette in there.
Wow.
Yeah, so cool.
Check out one of those tours.
I think this is a wonderful time with the SEC week basketball tournament coming. Mizzou, Gators, Longhorns.
These are not typical tours.
Tell your friends to come down here and make some music.
That's true. That's a